And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me at the table, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And we've also got Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
From deep, James drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
For three, Edwards hands it from downtown.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's James. Here's Korkmaz. De Silva with the rebound.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Here's Korkmaz. There's the pick. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Edwards. For three, drills the three-pointer.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open three.
James outside. Here's Wasengame. Driving to the basket.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now here's James. He's tightly guarded. Fires the three. That shot off the mark. James defending. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to De Silva. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. James with it. He takes it in. Here's Coathis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending. You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time. That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
James against Edwards. Pass to Wasengame. Shakes him. Jams it in off the great move.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Here's Korkmaz. No scoring in this one. Pass to Papagiannis. Knocks down the three ball.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good. There's 37 seconds left in the first. 6 on the shot clock. And it's James missing. Edwards, the bounce pass. Here's De Silva. Offline with his three. De Silva's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Korkmaz. The three. De Silva with the rebound. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. It'll count. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. They're up by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc. And as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
They've got James. Passing game out there with Korkmaz. And it's Calathes in at the 1. Here's Korkmaz. Nothing on the board. Pass to Calathes. Outside, James. Here's Wasengame. Lets it fly from 18. Booker pulls it in.
If he gets that look again, he should take it. You can't let one miss scare you off of a very good shot.
Good on the triple.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
James outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Drains the three-pointer.
And this really is the story of the game. They've been outstanding from beyond the arc, especially in the second quarter.
There's the screen. Pass to Calathes. And stolen by Napier. Fast break, here they come. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Wasengame. Good on the three-point shot. Wasengame's got 9.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now.
Launches it. Hits it from three-point range.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Here's Calathes. Napier covering. There's the triple. Calathes gets the bucket. Calathes has got his second basket of the game.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Pass to Korkmaz. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Korkmaz has got his first 3 points of the game.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Count that one.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Wasengame, defended by Booker. They set the pick. Pass to Korkmaz. There's the steal. The drive by Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Napier feeling it out a bit. Montejunas with the steal. Brown against Booker. And Brown throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Pass to Okobo. Now here's Brown to the left side wing. Here's Okobo. 6 to shoot. There's a screen by Yunus. And it's Okobo missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. They get it back. And he slams it one-handed.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
And so we conclude the first half, leading by 6. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Start time, 1 o'clock Eastern.
Two of the best in the league in that one. What a measuring stick game.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the visiting team.
You'll see teams.
And that is a wrap.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Brown out there with Diallo. And it's Yunus in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Off target with the open look. Fades. And he's good on the 3-ball. He's got 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Brown. And here is Yunus. Shot clock at 6. Here's Diallo. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Diallo's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Back to Edwards from the arc. Over to the wing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Brown wide open. He fired. And the 3-ball is good. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. It's good from long range. Da Silva's got 6 points.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Yunus passes to Okobo. Yunus a screen on Edwards. Here's Okobo. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Da Silva. It's hauled in by Diallo. A tight game here in Los Angeles. Tries the spin move. Going inside.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out. You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
To the middle. There's the 3. Da Silva with the rebound. Da Silva's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Edwards on the wing. And midway through the season now, the power rankings starting to show a more complete picture. They're holding tight, still looking for ways to move up.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they've gotten into a bit of a rut. The season hasn't gone as they had hoped. You just get the feeling that they're somewhat discouraged right now, and that has them with an inability to break through.
Down low, Yunus with the steal. 1:51 left here in the third quarter. Edwards against Diallo. Puts up a three. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Edwards trying to get open. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
The offensive success is due in part to his quality shooting. He hasn't wasted too many looks.
Wasted no time on that one. Alcobo's got 6 points. Alcobo's gotten 2 of his 3 shots to go tonight. They set the pick. From deep. It's hauled in by Diallo. They've got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
Brown outside. Inside. A miss that time would have put him up.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Pass to De Silva. Connects from three-point range. De Silva's got 6 in the quarter. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's a Kobo. Modiunas a screen on Edwards. Kobo, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Up by. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Diallo out there with Brown, and it's a Kobo in at the 2-guard spot. Spins. There's Diallo. Brown the pass to a Kobo. Clock at 4. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
So they foul intentionally.
There's really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
There's the pick. Here's Napier. Giffey. Oh, good with the triple. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Boston game. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Off target from three-point range.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Calathis. Napier covering. Shot clock at 5. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Lets it go from deep. Traps in the tray.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Fabianis kicks to Calathis. Pass to Fabianis. James looking around. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. James has gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Boston game. Good. Great play by Coathis to set it up.
Absolutely essential that they come right back and answer with that three of their own, and this gets the crowd energized.
Pass to Blasingame. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Coathis. Napier covering. Coathis gets the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Giffen. Nailed from three-point land. Now here's James. He's guarded closely. To the right side. Here's Blasingame, defended by Booker. Drives to the hoop. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over. Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Booker is screen on James. Driving the lane, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Coathis dishes to James. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Got it! A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Coathis passes to James. They set the screen. The fadeaway. Booker pulls it in.
Old team foul. 4th foul in the court miles. 2nd personal foul. 3rd team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And James gets it to go.
And that's in the gym range, Kev. He can pull up and knock it down from anywhere.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight. You know,
Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And there's a pick from outside the arc. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. James outside. For three. Drains the triple.
Coming out swinging and hitting the game's first bucket.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
There's the triple. The shot won't fall. Here's Calathis. And just about a minute into this first quarter. To the middle. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Lets it fly. Knocked loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Three-pointer, Brooks. Drops in the three.
And after missing their first three shots, maybe this will get them going.
Here's Calathes. There's the screen. There's the three. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. That's tipped. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Pass to Brooks. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Korkmaz. On the take. Rips it home off a terrific move.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Pass to James. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Here's the floater. Blocked. Fast break. Here we go. For three. Hits the three-pointer.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
1:49 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Calathes on target from about 13 feet.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
Here's the pick. Puts up a three. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
And here's James. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. 1:11 left in the opening quarter. Knocks down the long Jays. He's got 9.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Driving to the basket. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Offensive rebound to the left side wing. From downtown, nails it from beyond the arc.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open three.
They set the pick. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Pass to Brooks. Good if it goes. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
Here's McCormick. Here's Mirotic. And the three-pointer goes.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. To the left wing. Outside, Brown. 6 to shoot. Pass to Diallo. The 3. That one doesn't drop. Defended by Brown. Three-pointer. The rebound by Diallo. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Three-pointer, no good. Now Brown. And here comes the break. Here's Matajunas. Kick out to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit the corner 3. And here's the fast break. Lets it go from deep. Hits the trifecta. He has 6.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition when no one's on you, great shot there.
Here's Akobo. Yet to see a basket. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Mirotic. The 3 ball. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
Here's Diallo going inside. Drops in the layup for 2.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Mirotic. Sinks the tray.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
A minute 50 left to play in the half. Diallo on the wing. And that one is stuffed right through. But Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Let's go with a 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Here's Akobo. On Tuesday and then Friday.
One way you could look at this difficult stretch against some of the best in the league, it's a tremendous chance to prove to the league just how good your team is. It could provide a huge statement.
Here's Balmaro. No points so far. Pass to Mirotic. Pulls it. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
The 3. Akobo gets the bucket.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Mirotic. 11 points in the game. Pass to Balmaro. From the top of the key. Doesn't go for him.
UD giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
And here they come. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Knocks it down from distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Diallo outside. Three-pointer. He buries it from 3. Diallo's got 7 now in this quarter.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And that'll do it for the first half of play. They lead by 14. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody.
Seems like they can't miss. Just rolling offensively, getting whatever they want. You haven't heard this in a while, fella.
Taking a peek now at the... Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the...
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Here's Akobo. Fires the 3, drains the triple. He has 6.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
3-pointer, Brooks. Hauled in by Brown.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Pass to Akobo. Just 4 to shoot. Off target from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's the 3. Covered by Diallo. And stolen by Diallo. Outside, Brown. Back to Diallo. There's the drive. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Here's Montejunas. And it's all from 3-point range.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Off target with the open look.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
They set a pick. Six on the shot clock. Diallo outside. Launches it. The shot misses.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Great open look there. 6 points for him. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
He shoots. They get it back. Over to the left wing. Brooks defending.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Tries again. Brooks with the rebound. 1:52 left in the third. A shot from the high post. That shot, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. 1:35 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Montejunas. It's Brown on the wing. Fires from way outside. That shot off the mark.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
1:02 left to play in the third quarter. Takes the 3. Can't hit that one.
Well, his shooting has been a little bit below par. You think about what this lead would look like if he was on.
And slammed dunk by James.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. And he drives in. He gets it in there.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
The three is up. Right wing. Fires from deep. They set the screen. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Mirotic. He's got 11. Takes a three. And he can't get that one. And he's going for the lob.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 12. And time. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fires the three. Not going to go that time.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And James gets it to go.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Pass to McCormick. Ball stolen. For the finish. And slam dunk by James.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Here's Mirotic. Fires in the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
They set the pick. Lets it fly. That shot missing. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Tries the spin move. And there's James from the arc. And perfection right through the net. James has got 6 here in the quarter.
Didn't have to lean. Not a defender on him, but he looked very much in rhythm doing it.
Ooh, they pick off the pass. Here we go, one-on-one. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Misses the three. Here's Mirotic. Pass to Balmaro. Fires for three. The shot comes out.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Here's Kalathis. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. There's a screen. Puts up a three. Counted from distance.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Lots of room. Perfection. Beautiful stroke.
I think I've lost track of how many of their possessions have ended exactly like that.
In a crucial moment, too. He's been doing that all night. No one's come close to stopping him.
James outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Fades away. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Well, you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
Korkmaz on the wing. a jumper from the wing off target.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target. Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
The shot by James, no good. James has gone just 1 for 4 from deep. 1:16 left to play in the fourth. Here's the break. Is Calathis hits the trifecta.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Offensive rebound. The three is up. Nails it from 3.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
The shot by James, no good. It's a one-on-one situation. Out to the right wing. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a deep 3. The shot off that time. In transition. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be.
It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. De Silva, no good. Out to the wing. Stripped away. Lucic. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. So it's the visitors now. Shields. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And here comes the break. Lucic. And he goes in for the dunk.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And that one is good.
Assist from Shields.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Sinks the three-pointer.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Brooks with no one around. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's De Silva. Sinks the triple. He's got 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Shields. And it's off from three-point range. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And that's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
To stop the run. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, they matched the slam at one end with an even bigger one at the other.
Ooh, maybe we'll get another one on this trip.
Why not? I say keep them coming.
No coverage that time.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Certainly looks that way to me, partner. I mean, his energy level is ramped up. I think he's been terrific right from the opening tip.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Fires from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Edwards against Brooks. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. To the left wing. 5 to shoot. Shields buries it from three-point range.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's De Silva. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Can't hit from the corner.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
There's the drive. .41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Hits the three-point bomb.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Fires from way out. Oh, he hit it!
How did that go in?
How about the range on that jumper?
And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 17.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Splash! Splash!
It fell in!
Splash! Take that with you!
There is
Take
no
that with
way
you.
we just saw that.
Oh!
Oh! Stolen by Brooks. Fires away from outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 21 points in the game. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Up by 4. And will return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out the gate.
Well, player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
We've got Mirotic, and it's McCormick in at center. Mirotic has a wide open look, and the three off target. On the wing, Booker. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Balmora. Knocks it loose. To the wing on the left. To the paint. Second chance effort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mirotic with the drive. Missed inside.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Giffey. The offensive rebound. Booker. And a dunk by Booker.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, G.A.?
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. 6 changes of the lead here.
And both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
A 3 for Mirotic. That misses, and he's 0 for 4.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Fast break. Here we go. This one for 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. And here we go. Fast break. Booker's got it. Three-pointer. McCormick with the rebound. Here's Quizier. No good on the triple. On the wing, Booker. Pulls up. There's the pick. Drills it from outside. He's got 6.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
There's Quizer. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's one of the few mistakes they've made this half. Turnovers haven't been an issue for him yet.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. Misses for the 5th time this game, marking it 1 for 6.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game. And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Mirotic the screen. Almaro's shot is off.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Here's the break. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A three-pointer is right on target.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Almaro's got his 2nd bucket of the night. It's stolen. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. They lead by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Please direct your...
You take a look at the visitors. They've dominated night after night, the way my teams did. We're the critics they had at the beginning of the season.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get in. That'll do it for our show.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Shields. No good on the 3. And here's the fast break. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field. 3rd quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Jacks up a 3. Clock at 6. Pass to Brooks. The tray. Shields drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 24.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Takes the 3. They get a hand on it.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
First personal foul, first team foul.
First free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Banked in off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Away team foul. Armani Brooks. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And Edwards launches it from deep, from beyond the arc, and then some.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
From past the arc, traps in the tray.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
And he drives in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
To the middle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The 3 ball. Misses. 4th time against 7 makes for this game. It's Brooks on the wing. Five on the clock. Shields. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Out left to the wing. Shoots the 3. Lucic sinks the 3-pointer. He's got 9.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A tight game here in Utah. Score the basket, his 8th, 8 for 13 from the floor.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Shoots a fader, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks. On Monday, then on Tuesday.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
3-pointer, good on the 3-point shot.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Whoa, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And they get it. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 32.
What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
They get it back.
Tremendous hustle, working hard for that bucket.
Stolen. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. They're up by 10. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Mirotic, and it's McCormick in at the 5 spot.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's the 3. Not going to go that time.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Mirotic against Booker. Mirotic passes to Quezera. Fires from deep. Pass to Balmoro. The tray. And Napier pulls it down. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working. Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
You know, they've been the more up-tempo team, clearly. It's helped them gain the advantage in this one.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Pass to McCormick. There's the screen. Shields. And the 3 ball is good. He has 35.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
A 3-pointer, no good. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Mirotic, the screen. Wide open look. Fires the 3. That one's not going to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Shields.
2 minutes remaining in the game. Shields.
Launches a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
3-pointer. Nailed from 3-point land.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Fires for 3. Booker pulls it in.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that.
Giffey. A 3-pointer off the mark. Pushing it up. Shot clock at 5. Here's McCormick. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Out to the right wing. From outside, off the mark.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Takes it inside. Count it!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Shields. Off target from outside. And so they get the victory here at home. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Calathis. There's the three, and play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
There's a screen. Here's the Silva. They get the rebound. Check by James. Offline with a three. Misses the three. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Calathis, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Calathis has got 6.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Korkmaz, no good.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pass to Edwards. The three ball. Second chance effort, and he takes it up and lays it in. He's got 5.
And this is right in his wheelhouse, hitting the boards and cashing in.
Well, this is what he's known for, attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
Now, here is James. Here's Calathis. Clock at 6. From outside the arc, knocks it down from distance.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
Calathis has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Three-pointer. The shot that time not on target. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots it from the corner. De Silva with the rebound.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
1:46 left in the first quarter of the game. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. James, left side. Here's the pick. Pass to Korkmaz. Launches it. Out to the right wing. With the step back. Here's Calathis. And another shot. And he lays it up and in.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
There's 53 seconds left now in the first quarter. It's James on the wing. Oh, misses the dunk. Drops in the three. He's got 5.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. From deep. De Silva with the rebound. Check by James. And the three-pointer goes. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Pass to Korkmaz. He gets it up. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh, man.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Leading by a point. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
Diallo on the wing. Brown with a screen. Jacks up a three. Gets the three to fall.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pass to Diallo. Into the lane. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Hits the three-pointer.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Booker against Brown. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. And Booker with the jam. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
Here's a Kobo. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
The three. The rebound by Diallo. Here's a Kobo. Pass to Diallo. 4-3. Drills it from deep. Diallo's got his second bucket on the night.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
With the drive. That one goes. Count it.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Brown with a screen. And Diallo, here we go. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
1:51 left to play in the second quarter. Here's a Kobo. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Let's go with a 3. Kept alive. Booker for 3. No good on the shot. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Covered by Diallo. Outside Booker. Oh, he tries a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 5 now. A tight game here in Utah. Diallo outside. 56 seconds left in the second quarter.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. 6 points for him.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the three.
Knocks down the long J.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Brown for three. Gets the three ball to go. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a three there.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Buries it from three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Visiting team, 37.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Edwards for three. The shot no good. Inside, here's James, and it's James with the jam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Check by James for the lead. Can't get it to drop. Here's Korkmaz. There's a screen. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Trying to get something going here in the half court.
Yeah, that's where they've been struggling to execute. They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home. They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Kalathis to the inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. On Thursday, and then on Saturday. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. To the right side, the three. That one is off.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
Out to the wing. Off target from three-point range.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Fades back. He drops it from range.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
James outside. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. To the wing, right side. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 7.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
On target from range.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
And there's the screen. Here's Korkmaz. Oh, he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Here's Kalathis. 12 points for him. Throws it up high.
A great read between those 2 guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These 2 teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Out to the right wing. No one near him. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
James. De Silva with the rebound. De Silva's got 4 rebounds now. There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Edwards. For the lead. And that's 2 points on the layup. Edwards gotten his first basket of the night. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
James against Edwards. Here's Kalathis. Fires the 3. De Silva with the rebound. De Silva's got his 5th rebound in this one. And that one drops. He's got 12.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
Substitution on the court.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. To the middle. Here's Motiejunas. Diallo outside. For 3. It's not going to go for him. Sinks it from distance.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Akobo. Back to Diallo. And he dunks it down.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
Launches a 3, and the three-pointer goes.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
It's stolen. In transition, here they come. He goes up, and Booker with the jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. He's guarded by Napier. Here's Akobo. Down low. Here's Motiejunas. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy. Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
For three, Diallo. That one no good. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's a Kobo. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
From the arc. The rebound by Diallo. Brown scanning the floor. Diallo outside. Takes the three. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Out left to the wing. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the triple.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Diallo. 5 on the clock. Offline from the top of the key. Outside Booker. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Akobo. There's 48 seconds left in the final quarter. Brown with a screen. This one for three. Sinks the tray.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
A basket here would give them some breathing room.
Slow down, no need to hurry. Take the best shot available.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires away from way outside. Doesn't go that time. So they get the victory here at home. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory.
Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Korkmaz is out there with Blossingame. Then it's James. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5. To the inside. Coathis kicks to Papagiannis. Stolen. He's all alone. Shields. That 3 off the mark. They set the pick to the right side. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. James looking it over. Pass to Korkmaz. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And that's the story of the league right now. Most any team can beat any other team on any given night.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. This passes to Blossinger. Pass to Korkmaz. A floater. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. An even 3-on-3 break. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. For 3. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Calathes. James outside. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, the defense has to stay attached to him on the perimeter.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Buries the long-range jumper.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Over to the left wing. Drills the three-pointer.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Pass to Papagiannis. Intercepted.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Poke loose. From the arc. Game pulls it in.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
James has a two-pointer. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it.
Boy, nice shot. He didn't need the fadeaway to create separation, though. He was wide open.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Just 5 to shoot. Shields. No good with the triple.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Calathes, no luck. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. Misses the three.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The three bangs home the trifecta. He has 6.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
James, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Shields knocks down the 3-ball.
Hit works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Up by 1. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
On out there with Diallo. And it's a Kobo in at the 2-guard. And the dunk by Brown.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Pass to Diallo. The kick out to Brown. Diallo sets a screen for Brown. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Diallo with it. He's got 5. Jacks up a 3. Offensive rebound. At the elbow, it's Brown. There's the steal. It's 2-on-1. Shields. A 3-pointer off the mark.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
The screen from Brown. Diallo has the open look. And Brown throws it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
When you look at this visiting team, they still go out and compete every night. Unfortunately, it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back. And right now, they're running out of time. Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Shields. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Driving inside. Shot good by Diallo.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Near the 3-point line, it's Mirotic. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Steps back. Over to the wing. Here's a Kobo. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Kobo's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Got that one up quick.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Picked off in midair. And they're pushing it up. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 6th rebound on the night. Kobo looking over the floor. To the wing right side. 5 to shoot. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, a bit surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
.112 left to play in the first half. And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Passing game, the pass to Papagiannis. A 3-ball. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. Lets the 3 fly. It's good from long range. Paul Morrow's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed. A fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Beyond the arc. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That evens the score. Paul Morrow's got 9.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
James wide open. Great look, but off the mark.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Mirotic's shot is off. It's tipped. That will count. That one doesn't go. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Shaq, you've won a lot of Player of the Week awards. Here's a question. Do you think 4 Player of the Week awards are worth 1 player?
I don't know what they have to do to get a rebound. They're fortunate to still be in this game.
Well, we know rebounding is partly a hustle stat. But I don't.
Thanks for spending half.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. They've got Brooks, and it's Quizier in at the 3. The screen from Brunt. Okobo, he sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Here's Balmore. We've got Diallo. He's out there with Brown, and it's Okobo in at the 2.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
And he gets it to go. He has 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Paul Morrow, that's good.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
2 open that time, made it look too easy.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
A 3 for Mirotic. No good on the shot. Diallo against Brooks. To the left side wing. And so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. And here's Mirotic from beyond the arc.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Shoots the 3. Another miss by Mirotic.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Pass to Diallo. The 3 connects from three-point range. Diallo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Here's Balmore. Off the run, it's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And all of a sudden, that 3 puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
A 3 for Mirotic. It's hauled in by Brown.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Balmaro, the pass to Mirotic. Sinks the triple. Mirotic just got himself on the board with 3 there.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pass to Okobo. Diallo with it. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Quizier. Cans it from downtown. 6 points for him.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Brown kicks to Diallo. Brown sets a screen for Diallo. Brown dishes to Moniunas. Good on the triple. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Here's the screen. A 3 for Mirotic. Here's Balmore. 15 points in the game. Yes, that goes in.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Stolen by Brooks. And they're moving it up. And there's Mirotic on the assist by Brooks. Mirotic has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
2nd shot opportunity. Now Diallo. He's got 14. That one falls. Diallo's got 9 points here in the 2nd half.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Balmore. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Okobo. And here's Brown outside. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And as we finish the 3rd quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. They lead by... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Shot clock at 6. Ring shot on the way. It goes straight through with the switch.
And you can see they're waking up after what was a sluggish first half for them offensively. They've been much more accurate from the field since halftime.
We've got Boston game. James is out there at Korkmaz, and it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot manning the middle. This one for 3. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. James misses. James has gone 2 for 6 from the floor so far. Shields. Out to the wing. There's a screen. There's the triple. Buries it from 3-point range.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this 2nd half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Shoots it up. Rebounded by Papagiannis.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
To the middle. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Drains the 3-pointer.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
Here's Papagiannis. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Pass to Calathis. Three-pointer. And he's good on the three ball. Calathis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. To the paint. 6 to shoot. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Papagiannis passes to Korkmaz. Shields. No good on the three. Way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight. Mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing. Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
From deep. Knocked loose. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Shields. Offensive rebound. Lets it go with a three. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one. For the three. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 20.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Great job on the glass. Body's down low, needing to fight for position. That's perfect.
From deep three-point territory. And here is James. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
And stolen by James. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 10, Leandro Valverde.
So it's the visitors now. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
And the foul called on Korkmaz. That's his first foul.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
Pass to Balmaro. Over James. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finishes.
Hello and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports this Tuesday evening. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Drains the triple.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Pass to De Silva. Now here's Edwards. Over to the left wing. Lets it fly. And off target. He starts the game 0 for 1. Right wing. No good with the triple. Oh, it's stolen. Lets it go from deep. The shot no good. From downtown, nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good.
Just haven't found their offensive footing yet, only managing to sink one of their first 5 shots.
They grab their own miss. The three. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Nails it from 3.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Here in the first quarter, with about 2 minutes gone by, they get it back. Second chance shot. It's good.
I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 5.
They allowed him to establish deep position. Just can't do that.
And they need better team defense. Help out your man in the post. It takes multiple guys to stop him.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
To the paint. Rob! And they're running. Pulls up for 3. He can't get that one to fall.
Away team foul. 0. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Three-pointer. Edwards knocks it away. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Gets the 3 to fall. A minute 50 left to play in the first.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
They set a pick. Fader on the way. He drains out one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
Here's the 3. Buries it from 3. A minute 20 left in the first quarter of the game. The 3 is up. De Silva with the rebound. Outside Edwards. Out to the right wing. Puts up a 3. That shot off. Guarded by Edwards. From outside the arc. 6 to shoot. This one for three. Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Pass to De Silva. Launches a three. Counted from distance. There's 6 seconds left in the first quarter here. Fires from way outside. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter. We're all tied up. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
When you're the more aggressive club, good things tend to happen. We'll see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
From deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Offensive board. McCormick. Pass to Mirotic. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. On Sunday, then on Friday.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
Counted. Good.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Pass to Balmaro. Beyond the arc. Hits a three-pointer. Balmaro's got his first 3 points of the game.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Drills it from deep. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. The steal. Fires for three. And Booker pulls it down.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Mirotic can't get it to go.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Connects from downtown.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
Three-pointer. Balmaro no good. Balmaro's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. And it's good. Napier's gotten 4 this quarter.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Jacks up a 3. Lets the 3 fly. They get it back. Launches it. Drops in the 3. 6 points for him.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Here's Balmaro.
The ball goes to the away team.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. From deep, hits the trifecta.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Fires away from way outside. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
1:24 left in the first half. Takes a three. The long-distance three is buried.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Fourth three. No good on the shot. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. The three. Brooks with the rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I'd go for it.
Here's Balmaro. They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the triple.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Pass to McCormick. Here's Mirotic. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so that brings the first half to a close. They're up by 10. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Their bench has impressed. You get a jolt of energy, all that offense. This is a well-rounded run.
All right, fellas. Glad you could join us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. From outside, off the mark. To the left wing. There's the triple. No good there. Here's the break. For 3. Fires in the triple. 12 points for him. The visitors with the ball. Pass to De Silva. The 3 ball. He drops it from range.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. The offensive rebound. Knocks it loose. It's an even 3-on-3 break. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, we want parity of opportunity. People aren't interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams.
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie.
Now, he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Guarded by Edwards. With the fadeaway. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Misfires on the corner 3.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's De Silva. Off the mark there with a 3.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Guarded by Edwards. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries. From deep 3-point range. Lets it go from deep. Pure from 3-point range. 12 points for him.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Second shot opportunity, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
Smart decision to kick it out to another guy once the defense is fixated on him in the paint.
Out to the wing. No good on the 3. And here comes the break. There's the 3. There's 1:34 left to play in the 3rd. Takes the 3. The shot comes out.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
.58 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Clock at 6. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
A deep 3. Offensive rebound. Another shot. Uses the glass on the layup.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 14. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Fires the 3. No luck on that one. Fantastic ball movement for them tonight.
If things are definitely working offensively, a balanced attack is just so much harder to defend.
Three-pointer, no good. They've put together a solid lead.
And it doesn't seem like they're going to back off.
The three-pointer off the mark.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And there's a pick. Let's go with a 3. No good. 4th quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Outside for Booker. He shoots a 3. Knocks down the long J. Booker's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And they're on the break. Fires the three. Sends it home from three-point land.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Pass to Mirotic. And the NBA moving to a two-day draft. Your thoughts on the change, Grant?
You know, BA, a lot of pro sports are shifting to multi-day drafts. And the NBA draft can be long if done all in one evening. So maybe a good choice to break it up.
He buries it from three.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Soft touch off the glass.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Pass to Napier. He puts up a three. The shot off that time. He's guarded by Napier. Nails it from beyond the arc.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. The three is up. Pass to Balmaro. They set the screen. 6 on the shot clock. On target from range. There's a minute 40 left to play in the fourth quarter. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, BA. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Spins. Pass to McCormick. 6 to shoot. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires from way outside. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Here's Balmaro from the arc. And Booker pulls it down. 27 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. "16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires away from way outside. Can't connect. And so the road team gets the W in this one. To walk into enemy territory.